In the wild, an individual organism experiences life as a series of absolute binary events. It is born, and eventually it dies. That same individual also has a fixed biological sex. It is either male or female. But this binary perspective is insufficient for ecological study. A single lotus flower cannot have a birth rate or a death rate. Its existence is simply a state of being. While a lone plant or animal is the one directly coping with predators and weather, natural selection operates on the larger group to evolve biological traits. To understand how life adapts and survives, scientists shift their focus from the fate of one organism to the mathematical probability of the entire group. This group is an ecological population, a collection of individuals from the same species, interbreeding and sharing resources in a specific geographical area. At this level, new mathematical properties emerge, known as population attributes. Where an individual is strictly male or female, a population is defined by its sex ratio. In a population, we measure the collective balance of sex, such as a group composed of 60% females and 40% males. Similarly, the absolute events of life and death are replaced by population attributes called birth rates and death rates. Calculating these specific attributes is the required first step for predicting whether a species in the wild will multiply, stabilize, or collapse. When ecologists track birth rates, they measure per capita additions, the exact fraction of a new individual generated by each existing member of the group. We can see this in action by observing an isolated pond habitat over the course of a single year. This grid represents our starting data. Last year, this pond contained exactly 20 lotus plants. Through reproduction, 8 new plants are added to the pond. To find the per capita rate, we divide the number of new offspring by the size of the initial population. That gives us a birth rate of 0.4 offspring per lotus per year. Converting raw births into a per capita rate allows ecologists to accurately compare the reproductive momentum of this pond against ecosystems of vastly different sizes. We apply the same per capita logic to track the negative population attribute, the death rate. Consider a laboratory population of fruit flies. The grid displays our starting population, exactly 40 individual flies. During a 1-week observation period, 4 of them die. Once again, we divide the individuals lost by the initial population size. The death rate is 0.1 individuals per fruit fly per week. Translating mortality into a per capita rate provides a precise tool to measure how environmental stressors affect a population's long-term viability. Rates and ratios provide essential data, but a population is also composed of individuals across a range of ages. This is the age distribution. When plotted graphically, this data forms an age pyramid. We first split the population by sex ratio, males on one side, females on the other. Then we stack them by age. Pre-reproductive youth form the base, reproductive adults the middle, and post-reproductive elders the top. This geometric structure synthesizes birth rates, death rates, and sex ratios into a single visual summary of a population's current status. The pyramid's shape reveals the population's growth status. A wide base signals high birth rates and rapid expansion. A bell shape indicates matched rates and a stable population. An urn shape with a narrow base exposes low birth rates and a declining population. These combined attributes, rates, ratios, and distributions, determine the trajectory of the population density, designated as N. This is the actual measurement of a species' presence in its habitat. While total number is often the standard measure for density, ecologists substitute biomass or percent cover when counting individuals becomes difficult or misleading. For example, in national parks, ecologists map tiger population density indirectly by tracking pug marks and fecal pellets, rather than relying on direct sightings. Whether counting lotuses in a small pond or tracking elusive predators through a forest, calculating these exact population attributes is how we scientifically monitor and conserve life on Earth.